Hello everyone. In the previous session, we discussed the application of equal area criterion, like how to write the expression for the accelerating area and decelerating area for a very small increase in the mechanical input. And in this session, let us discuss what is going to happen if there is a sudden increase in mechanical input by a larger amount. So, if you want, you could also increase it further. Okay. So earlier it was only for a very small proportional increase in mechanical input. Now you have a considerable increase in mechanical input, and let the new value of mechanical input be PM1. So as our discussion starts, so this is the initial operating point where your rotor angle is delta naught. As you increase the mechanical input, then your rotor angle should also increase to a value delta 1. But this is not going to be smooth, as you could see here in this curve. So first, at this point, if you see the value of PM1 and PE are different, right? So you have a difference. So PA is equal to PM1 minus PE, and this being positive, your rotor accelerates. So the rotor starts to accelerate. Okay. So here it cannot stop immediately because of the stored kinetic energy. It is going to accelerate further. Okay, till it exhausts all its stored kinetic energy. And then at some point we again compare, and the rotor decelerates. Both acceleration deceleration are going to happen repeatedly across this point, and finally we say your rotor is going to settle with the rotor angle delta 1. So now let me trace the uh, accelerating area and the decelerating area. So angle from delta naught to delta 1, and the region between PM1 and PE is said to be the accelerating area. And talking about the decelerating area, so your system could start to decelerate only if you could maintain the maximum angle within this limit. So what will happen if my angle is increased beyond this point? So consider at this point, so if you consider this point, if your PE value corresponds to this value, then at this point, when you write accelerating power PA is equal to PM1 minus PE, again it's going to be positive, which means there is no possibility for deceleration. Your rotor is going to accelerate and your angle is going to increase. So there is no possibility for deceleration. And we don't want this to happen. And hence, so if you could see at this point, only when your rotor angle is less than this value, okay, so there is a possibility for deceleration. So if you say, if you call it to be this angle to be the maximum value, then at this point your PE is little greater than PM1, and hence PA is equal to PM1 minus PE, right? And that difference is going to be negative accelerating power, so you'll have a deceleration. So deceleration is the factor which is going to bring your system to stability, back to stability. So you want deceleration to happen, and hence we don't want our angle to increase beyond this point, and hence let me name this angle to be delta max. Okay, so considering the system to be stable, I don't want my angle to be greater than delta max, because if your angle is greater than delta max, your system accelerates and there is no possibility for deceleration. So if your rotor is accelerating, the rotor angle will increase and it will never decrease. For a system to be stable, equal area criteria has to be satisfied, which means the accelerating area has to be equal to the decelerating area. Now, let us mathematically equate the accelerating area and the decelerating area. The accelerating area is the area between this curve, which corresponds to the PE curve between the limit delta 1, delta naught and delta 1. So integral delta naught to delta 1, and we want to find this area which is shaded in blue in color. So it is PM1 minus PE into d delta. And talking about the decelerating area, so the decelerating area delta value ranges from delta 1 to delta max, and so in this region, so PE value is greater when compared to the value of PM1. So PE minus PM1. So it is PE minus PM1 d delta. And now let's substitute in place of PE, P max sine delta. So after substitution, let us split the integration. PM1 is a constant. So integration of d delta over delta naught delta 1. So it's PM1 into delta 1 minus delta naught here. And here it's going to be PM1 into delta max minus delta 1. On both the ends of the equal to sign, you have terms with PM1. So let's group all the terms which are having PM1 on one side. After we group all the terms, delta 1 minus delta 1 gets cancelled. Let's simplify it further. Integrating, and after simplifying, we have cos delta 1 terms getting cancelled. And finally, it is P max cos delta naught minus cos delta max. Recollecting the P delta curve again, let us consider this point to be point A, point B, and point C. And at point C, we could write that the value of PM1 is equal to, so PE is written as P max sine delta, and at point C, delta value is equal to delta max, and hence I write at point C, PM1 is equal to P max sine delta. So let us substitute the value of PM1 as P max sine delta max. As you could see here in this expression, both the sides have P max, so let's cancel them. And finally, as you simplify, you have an equation. So this is the equation, non-linear equation, which has to be solved to find the value of delta max. So as you find the value of delta max, we could also calculate the value of delta 1, because delta 1 is equal to pi minus delta max. So the total angle here from this point till the end of the sine curve, it is pi. So whatever distance you have here, it's the equal amount of distance that you have here because it is symmetric. So delta 1 is equal to pi minus delta max. And as you find the value of delta 1, so delta 1 could also be found using sine inverse of Pm divided by Pm1 divided by P max. So beyond this value of delta 1, if your rotor angle is increased, then stability cannot be assured because of excess stored kinetic energy. So because of this excess kinetic energy, your rotor will continue to accelerate and there is no possibility for deceleration to occur, and hence your system cannot be stable. Thank you.